welcome back to our live at Much with Evanescence. We're joined by Amy and Terry. Still more music to come, by the way, but in the meantime, you talked earlier on about the power of friendship and as well tying into the album title. And I wonder, when you're writing music, so much of it relies on trust and friendship. So what do each of you possess for one another that you've never experienced before in a friend?
I'll go first. Terry's awesome because... No, just kidding. Actually, it was really cool because not only is Terry really creative, but he's really supportive. So even when I come up with ideas that are really out of left field, he listens and either gets it or just is patient. So we'd go through a lot of just like messing around, you know, and just playing with ideas that were fun and totally weird and different, which was something new. And a lot of it is, you know, trust, because we'd already spent a lot of good time on the road together, just chilling, getting to know each other, and it wasn't hard to just write in front of him without feeling, I don't know, like judged or something. It was good.
No judging going on there, Terry?
You've had all that time to think of just one nice thing to say about me.
She's like my little sister. You know?
I'm going to ask a question, and I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Do you have a lot of friends? And I ask this because, in that respect, it is a unique idea that you have this kind of bond with someone.
Yeah. No, actually. I mean, it's not that I don't have any friends, but it's like when you like sacrificed your life to like, because you're all over the place all the time, constantly busy and all over the world in different cities every day. It's really hard to keep up friendships like with people that aren't with you. So your band really becomes like the core of, you know, who you hang out with. They become your family. And you really have to love each other and get along, otherwise, you know, you're all alone. So I do have a few friends. We all have, you know, people that we love that aren't with us on tour that we miss a lot, but not a lot. I mean, it's not like a huge, well, at least not me, it's not like a huge group of people that are like, yeah, every time I come home. It's like just me and the cat.
Do you let people in like that, Terry? Like we were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends. Like when I go back home to Florida, tons of friends there and stuff.
It's a little more social.
Yeah, sometimes. Not in front of the camera, though.
It's all right. It's all right. Amy, you've been the face of this band, and I guess there are positives and negatives that go along with that. Was that difficult starting out?
Yeah, actually, there's a lot that comes with that. I don't know how much detail to go into without. I don't want to hurt anybody else, but it can be hard, you know, learning your place in the band. You know, for me especially. And taking on a lot of the responsibilities and being the face and all that stuff. I don't know, I see a lot of bands, we tour with a lot of people, and I've definitely seen it go to people's heads, and it changes them completely. Like, you see them on tour, hey, and they're awesome and down to earth and new, and a couple of years later you see them and they've just changed completely because it's like they've forgotten who they really are and have become something new and like something horrible. So it's weird. I think it's really important to just be friends, keep your friends around you, stay grounded, and remember this is all really silly, and there's no reason for me to be like before, like on some huge high stage on top of everyone else, like I'm better or something. That's just my job, and I love my music, and I work really hard, and that's it.
Why do you think those kinds of, I mean, without naming any names, why do you think those kinds of things happen?
I don't know. A lot of it's watching VH1 Behind the Music and seeing, like, all the glory of, like, you know, fallen rock stars who go through their, you know, drug and alcohol abuse and, like, almost threw their lives away, and, like, they OD'd and then they made a new life, and all this drama that I just don't really want in my life. I think a lot of people see, you know, their idols either party way too hard or just live this entire life that's impossible to live without really hurting yourself and hurting the people around you. And then they lose it all. And they're like, why did I lose it all? It's like, well, because you can't do that. You just, I mean, you can, but you can also die. So I'd rather play music and, I don't know, see the fans again.
Terry, you've got the unique opportunity, whereas you get to see this whole thing from the inside out. You get to see it for what it is, but you kind of get to step back from everything as well. And what's it like seeing Amy go through the accolades, but as well the low times?
What do you mean by step back?
Well, I mean, like, Amy gets to be the face of this band. Right. You get to experience everything. I mean, all the great things. Right. And then
you get to watch me steal all the glory.
Yeah, I get it. I got it made, you know. It's awesome.
You don't have to talk as much that way.
It's chill.
In the video for Everybody's Fool, it deals with, you know, isolation and those downsides of fame. Do you still identify with those things? You've kind of exercised them.
I don't know. It's funny, like, the whole thing about the first single being Call Me When You're Sober and it being so personal. and blunt about something that isn't something I'd normally just tell the world. Was a little hard for me because I really felt like it was worth it for the song, and I loved how open the song was. But then it's hard when you go and do interviews and they want to hear the in-depth, reasons behind every word that you've sung, and I have to sit around and like talk about things that hurt, and things that may hurt other people for me to talk about. It kind of sucks. I'm learning how to hold back some things, and sometimes it hurts to see stuff in the press that's really personal, but you got to know that comes along with it. You keep some things to yourself and share as much as you can so people can understand the music.
Does it change the writing of songs when, in a second album situation, people are listening as well?
No. I definitely write for me. And I've shared more because it felt good to do so. And I knew the fans would like it because I just feel like it's so much more challenging and brave and cool. It's just like, it's different. It's not the same old thing over and over again. I love Fallen, but we didn't want to make the same album over. It's like, it's time for a new chapter.
You can fall into that trap as a band.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Curtis has got an audience question. Speaking of fans, Curtis, what's your question for Amy and Terry?
My question is, where did you get the source for the different styles of songs on your albums? Was it like, say, opera, different bands?
There's a lot of different things that inspired. I know, well, one of them was Lacrimosa, so that's my favorite, thank you, piece of classical music. I love Mozart. He's always been a big inspiration for me. So, I don't know, years ago I thought it'd be a cool idea to take that song and mess it up and make it weird and heavy and strange. And we had so much fun demoing it. We were laughing because it was so dramatic and almost hilarious by the end of it because it's so huge. So that was that. But a lot of the inspiration just was new. I mean, I didn't feel like it was because we were listening to other bands as much as we were just being creative in the studio with weird noises and drum beats. I remember we went on a hunt for an antique typewriter because we wanted to sample like the noise of the typewriter, like all the different old-fashioned typewriter noises, and create a drum loop out of that and stuff like that. Just be weird. Take time to be strange.
I like that. I like that answer. Take time to be strange. I built my career on it. Elisa's got an audience question as well.
My question is just, since you guys have been on tour, do you get sick of playing the same songs over and over again, or do you still find it just as thrilling every time?
Yeah, Rocky said yeah. I looked back, I knew I was looking for you. He sits there, like, falling asleep. I turned around, like, in Imaginary the other day, and he was like... It's like, come on! Just change the part or something. No, it's cool. We do get kind of sick of some of the really old songs, because, like, a song like Imaginary, for example, we love the song, but it's been around for, like, 9 years or something. So we definitely memorized that one. I don't know. We definitely, I think, enjoy playing a lot of the new songs now more than the old ones, just because they're fun.
Do songs mean different things every time you play them years later?
Not every time, but they as you go through different things on a different night, it's cool because a lot of the songs can mean a lot of different things, and I'll take it to apply to my life at the time.
Okay. We've got a text question right here. It's from Matthew in Montreal. He says, do you listen to your own music? I guess that segues perfectly.
Yeah. After we finished recording the album, I think, like, I don't know, all we listened to for the first month was The Open Door over and over and over. Really loud in the car.
What did you think when you heard it?
What?
What did you think when you heard it?
I thought it ruled.
I like that answer. I like that answer. We've got a window question. Do you want to go out? I know it's cold, but
let's do it.
The fans will keep you warm. All right. Let's go outside. Justin's got a question.
Is it for me? Terry's
I think it's for both of you. Terry, you can come on out.
All right.
Terry's staying inside. All right. All right. We lost Terry. Justin, Amy.
Hi.
What's your question?
Okay, so out of all the songs you've ever recorded, what has to be your favorite song and why?
That I've ever recorded?
Yeah.
I wish I had Terry now. Darn.
Where is
I think Your Star. It's one of the most challenging and hard songs we've ever written, and it was just really fun. Even writing it, just trying to play like the little piano and guitar solo dueling thing, like over and over and over again without making a mistake. We were like up till about 6 in the morning, like just cracking up and trying to do it. We would have liked to play it tonight, but we didn't have all the tools here. But you can see it at the show. So.
Those must be the funnest times, is, you know, at 6 a.m. in the studio.
Wasn't done. You want a hug? I'm gonna fall. Okay. Sorry.
Those must be, the funnest times as a musician. I mean, tooling in the studio, having fun at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, actually, because you sit around for like, a month on end without a really good idea, and then finally you get going and you can't stop, so you're up all night. It's a good feeling.
All right, well, we've got the incarnations of those ideas. We're talking about more music on our Live at Much after the break.